Hi folks, this is Don Schaefer. Once again, I'm excited to be with you. I know last week we talked about expectation. We talked about the fact that you need to follow your dreams with expectation to win. And that winners, what they do is they follow their dreams and they expect things in life. And I know successful individuals, sometimes what they'll do is they will, if the circumstances aren't there for them to be successful, they will create some circumstances to allow themselves to be successful because they know that they have to have a great expectation in their heart for it to happen. And that's where this week we're pretty excited to talk a little bit about an area that's going to be, we're going to be talking about the power of purpose. And I know the good book talks about that we should receive power once he comes into our life. And that's where a lot of times people get into the mode where they think that it's all about knowing about God, and that's where they need to go in life. But I feel there's a little bit more than that. I feel that you need to understand your purpose in life. To know God is one thing, but to find out what your purpose for being is another thing. And that's where it's something that's worked out inside of you. And, as far as being happy, as being fulfilled in life, and all these, this is all a byproduct of following your purpose in life. And a lot of times people struggle in this, and they don't realize the importance of this. A lot of times in life, they don't take the time to really dig in and find out what the purpose might be. And I know myself, everything in life and everything in the world has a purpose in mind. And when it's used for its purpose, it works fine. When it's not used for its purpose, sometimes it's not so fine. And I know myself, I always love telling the story about up in Door County one time. I was driving along and I'd seen this boat and it was half buried in the ground, and they made a flower planter out of it, or a flower bed, and they had flowers growing out of it. And I thought to myself, now would the designer of that boat be really excited to see that flower planter? I don't think so. I think if that boat was out in the water doing what it's supposed to be doing, that would create great excitement. And that's where in your life, a lot of times people get bored, a lot of times their life goes stale, a lot of times it's because you're not really living your purpose. You haven't really found that. You sit there, I just feel like a nobody. I don't feel like I've got any value at all to myself. Well, a lot of that deals with sitting down and saying, hey, these are my dreams. This is what's been on my heart. How can I be used in life? How can I be used to help other people? What is my purpose? And then finding this and working on the desires within your heart and trying to develop yourself. And that's the area of life that takes the work out of working. It's an area of life that makes every day exciting. It keeps you excited about the future, because I know a lot of times too, I myself, I'm nearing a retirement age. And so I look at this here and I say, well, what happens when I leave my job? Because this gives me a sense of importance. It gives me something to do, a purpose for living in some way or some fashion. And all of a sudden you enter into an area of retirement. Then what happens? That's where life it should be starting for a lot of people. You should have a great purpose in mind of areas and stuff that you can step into, areas that will keep you excited about every day. And that's where I want to leave you with that this week, to examine yourselves. If you're not excited, if there's something inside of you that has just gone dry, check your purpose out. Get yourself connected and say, hey, you know what? This is what I was designed for. This is where my skill blocks fall. This is an area that excites me. Perhaps, just perhaps, I need to pursue that. And the beautiful thing about our Creator is, even if we're not going in the direction we might think we should be going into, He will change the course. What He's looking for is a desire in your heart to seek after your purpose in life. And the Bible talks a little bit about the angels in heaven rejoicing when one person comes to God. And myself, I believe in all my heart that it's more than just knowing God. When one person understands his purpose in life and is willing to step out and live that purpose. And I want to encourage you all this week to take a real good look at all that you're doing and see once perhaps if you can develop a greater meaning to the purpose in your life. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again next week. Thank you.